Hello students, today's agenda is to check homework. We'll be doing surface area of prisms and you will be able to work on 11.8. Today students will be able to find the surface area of prisms. And so here we have this rectangular prism. If you were to open it, this is what you would have if you open a prism. So it's a box, right? But the base is a rectangle. And so basically, this is the kind of box that you would have. And I'm not doing a commercial here, but this is a box I found here in the classroom. If you open it, let's say that you want to decorate and you want to know how much area it's around all this box, you would have the two bases, meaning these two flaps, this one and this one, and then you would have the area of kind of like the body. Okay, so that's what you have. And so there are two different ways of doing it. I'm gonna do it one way, but the way to do it is you find the area of the two bases. And then, if you think about it, this forms a big rectangle with the base and the height, or vice versa, the base and the height. Okay, the area of all these four rectangles, it's a big rectangle, base times height. And so if you think about it, this base is the perimeter of the bottom base, right? So it's the addition of all these sides of the base. Again, if you add this side plus this side plus this side plus this side, right? If you add those, that is this distance. This is the length of this side. This is this. This one is right here, and then this last one is this. So if you add all of those, that's going to be your base for that big rectangle, and then you have the height of this prism. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let me zoom in. So again, as I mentioned before, the surface area is going to be 2 the area of the base. So this capital B represents area of the base. Okay, and you have 2 because you have the top and the bottom one. Okay, there is one in here that we can't really see, but they have the same measurement. Plus the lateral area, meaning all around this box. Okay, and for the base of the rectangle down here, you're going to have 2 and then times base times height of the rectangle. Okay, so that's for this area. And so I'll go right now in a minute for this part. Okay, but 2 is because there are 2 bases. The base of the base, the base, or I would use also length and width if you get confused. Okay, this is the base or length. It will be 3 and the height would be 2. Okay, so 2 because of the 2 bases, and then base times height is just the rectangle, base times height of the rectangle. For the lateral area, we're going to have perimeter times the height of the prism. So this height of the prism, but then we're going to have the perimeter in here. And this we're going to do it on the side, perimeter. And that perimeter is going to be the addition of the base. So P is equals to, we're going to do that on the side, 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. And so that perimeter is 10. Okay? So we're going to put plus 10 times height refers to the height of the rectangular prism. Okay, summarize again. 2 comes from the two bases. B, capital B, refers to the area of the base, and we know that the base is a rectangle, so we're going to multiply base times height, which is 3 times 2, so that's the rectangle, the area of 1 times 2, because there are 2 of those. P plus the lateral area is the perimeter times the height. Remember? The perimeter is this side times the height of the prism. And so the perimeter, you just add the 4 sides of that rectangle. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, which gives us 10. The height is just the height of the prism. And so now we're ready to solve or simplify, evaluate. 2 times 3 is 6, times 2 is 12, plus 10 times 6 is 60. So basically the area of the two bases together is 12, the lateral area around is 60, and together they give me 72. We look at the unit of measurement is, because it's area will always be square centimeters because that's the unit they gave us. Okay, so that's how you find the area, the surface area of a rectangular prism. Okay, let's do another one. And this is a little bit tilted. So that's going to give us some more information. And so you have to be very careful of what you see and what you choose. First of all, it looks like this box is tilted, so it's on its side. This is going to be my base and the other base. It's on the back. And then this is going to be my height. Okay. For the, let me see. I hope I'm not confusing those either. Okay, we know that this is the height for this base. Remember, for the surface area is equals to 2 the area of the base plus the lateral area. And I think I'm going to be working on one and then the other first, okay? So 2 the base. Now, why did I say that you shouldn't confuse this? This is from the bottom of this part of the rectangular prism, and this touches the top, okay? And it's just to show me that from here to here, the measurement is 7 units. Why? Because for the base, we cannot say 10 times 8, since 8 is not the height of this parallelogram, okay? This is not a rectangle. That's why we cannot take 8 as the height. Rather, we have to look at this 7 is this same height in here. It's from the bottom of the side to the top of the other side, which is the same as from here to here, okay? So that measurement is 7. And so usually, if you want to take it apart, this is how it would look. And I know I tilted a little bit more, but sometimes they have that measurement in here, and that wouldn't be as confusing. So that's 7, the base is 10. And so for a parallelogram, it's similar to rectangles. You just multiply base times height, but the height is always perpendicular to the base, okay? Not like this. This has less degrees. Okay, so for the base, the formula is also for a parallelogram is base times height. Again, I'm going to simplify this part first so that we don't get confused. And two times, because we have two bases. The base is 10. The height of that parallelogram is 7, not 8. And so it's 2 times 10 is 20, times 7 is 140. Okay, now that we simplify that part, let's do the lateral area. That's not as confusing because again, for the lateral area of a prism is just perimeter times height. The perimeter of the base is just adding the 4 sides of my base. The base is a parallelogram, so all I have to do is add 10 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8. Okay, so this perimeter, I'm going to do on the side. And the perimeter is equals to 10 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8. And that's going to be equals to 36. Okay, so the perimeter is 36 times the height, which is just how tall the prism is. In this case, the prism is 15 units tall. I multiply that, and so 36 times 15, 30 carry 3, 15, 18, 6, 3, 0, 4 carry 1, and 5. So it's 540. So 140 for the 2 bases together and 540 for the lateral area. And together we get 680. Now in here, we don't have a unit of measurement. So what are we going to do? We're just going to say squared units. Okay, and so together the lateral area plus the 2 bases, the area of the 2 bases is equals to 680 square units. With this, you're able to work on 11.8 and have fun.